10 millimeter make 1 centimeter. 10 centimeter make 1 kilo. 1 this 10. Ah, I failed that again. Whoa, this reminds me of my primary school days when our teacher usually used to flog us for not knowing how to sing this song perfectly. And we thought we had escaped from this song. Not until we entered SS1 and we got to do physics. And you know what? I personally was frustrated in physics because anytime our teacher back then gives us calculations to solve, I will use the formula, but I will still arrive at the wrong answer. And today, if you are like me, I have decided to make a video for you on unit conversion, just in case you have been finding it difficult to solve problems on calculations in physics. It may not be because you don't know the right formula to use or you don't know the concept. It may be because you don't know how to convert from one aspect of a unit to another. And if you are such person, this video is for you. Alright guys, I'm Genius. You're welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Just in case you've not subscribed to this channel, I would like you to quickly do so. Like the video, share to your friends who you think will find it useful or helpful, and also make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that anytime we post any video you can be notified. Are we together? Alright, let's quickly go into what we have today. Unit conversion. Alright, unit what? Conversion. We are looking at how to convert units. Remember that in physics, measurement is very important, and when you talk about measurement, you talk about quantities, and quantities has their respective units. Are we together now? And in the previous video I did on physical quantities, I listed few quantities and I also gave their units. Are we together now? And so the problem here is not the units. The problem is how to convert from one aspect of the unit towards another. For instance, if you are given a problem that the unit of length is in centimeter and you are required to calculate the length in meter, how will you be able to solve it? Now you may be thinking you have to use the song I just sang, but you don't need to pass through that rigor because I have decided to make unit conversion so simple for you. The only problem we have in unit conversion is that most students don't know what is called prefixes. Unit prefixes. Unit what? Prefixes. Now units have prefixes. So when you look at unit prefixes, you should know that prefixes are letters that come before a word. That's a prefix. Letters or letter that comes before a word. For instance, if you look at the word unhappy, you can see that these two words un are prefix. They come before the word happy. And so units also have prefixes. There are some letters that come before each unit, and there are two. Unit prefixes are divided into two. We have what? Sub multiples. Yeah, sub what? Multiples, and then multiples. Sub multiples and multiples. And you know what? You even know unit prefixes, but the problem is that you don't know how to use them to convert in units or to do unit conversions. And so today I'm going to be helping you to understand them. Now when we say unit prefixes, which are submultiples of units or multiples of units, for submultiples and multiples, they are all in the powers of 10. In other words, 10 is the base. However, for submultiples, the power of 10 is negative, while for multiples, the power of 10 is positive. And so I'm going to be giving you some common submultiples, unit prefixes, which are submultiples, and also the ones that are multiples. Are we together now? So if you look at multiples, the first one you start with is centi. Very common. Centi is denoted by the symbol small letter c Are we together? We abbreviate it to give small letter c, and centi is equal to 10 raised to the power of minus 2. Bear in mind that 10 raised to the power of minus 2 is also equal to 1 over 100. And so centi, that is the value of centi. Another one we have is milli. Is what? Milli. Yeah, milli is noted by small letter m and is equal to 10 to the power of minus 3. And 10 to the power of minus 3 is equal to 1 over 1000. Are we together? All right. So we also have another one. We have micro. We have micro. Micro given by the Greek letter mu and is equal to 10 raised to the power of minus 6. 10 to the power of minus 6 is equal to 1 over, of course, 1 million. But let me not put that because the number is going to be too large. Then we also have nano. Yes, nano small letter n is equal to 10 to the power of minus 9. And then we also have pico. Pico small letter p is equal to 10 to the power of minus 12. And these are the multiples that are used as unit prefixes. Going to multiples, the common ones are, we start with kilo. Kilo is denoted by capital letter K and is equal to 10 raised to the power of 3. And of course, 10 raised to the power of 3 is equal to what? 1000. And then we also have mega. All right, mega capital letter M and is equal to 10 raised to the power of 6. Of course, this is 1 million. Are we together now? So these are the common prefixes that are used in physics. And you know, the problem is that most units are usually given in these unit prefixes, but the examiner wants you to give the units in their SI units, System International Units, and so you must learn how to convert from one unit to what? Another. However, for time, let me give you for time. For time, I believe everybody will be very conversant with this. We know that 60 what seconds make what? 1 minute. Then we know that 60 minutes make what? 1 hour. Then 24 what? Hours make 1 day. Yeah, and so on. Now, one thing I would like to let you know is that these unit prefixes can be used for any quantity. What I mean, centi can go with length. Centi can also go with mass. Centi can go with any other quantity. So these are just prefixes. These are not quantities. Yes, unit prefixes are not units. Are we together? They are not units. They are just prefixes. They are letters that come before a particular unit. So you don't treat them as units, but you treat them as prefix. So if you know their values, it will be very important or helpful to you in converting from one unit to another. And so, having said this, we are now going to solve some problems on unit conversion, because in physics, trust me, if you are writing an exam, whether the UTME, whether the SSCE, WAEC and NECO, you will be required to convert at some point, and this is very, very important to the examiner. All right, guys, so we are now going to take an example. Example one, convert 10 centimeter to meter. Convert 10 centimeter to meter. Now, the only thing you have to do here is to remember the values of the prefixes. Are we together now? And substitute. You will see that you get the unit that you require. So you have solution. You are looking at 10 centimeter here. Now 10 centimeter is equal to what? 10 times centi times meter. And then we have learned that centi is 10 to the power of minus 2. And 10 to the power of minus 2 is 1 over 100. So we have 10 times, instead of centi, I'll put 1 over 100, then meter. So I have this to give me 10 times 1 is 10 over 100. So 0 will cancel out 0, and then we'll have it to be 1 over 10. Okay, let me write it 1 over 10. So 1 over 10, let me put the meter alongside. That will give us what? 0.1 meter. So it means that 10 So it means that 10 centimeter is equal to 0.1 meter. Yeah, super simple. So in case you are asked to calculate a problem in Hooke's law, using force is equal to Ke, where K is the stiffness of the material, force F is the force on the spring, and E is extension, which must be in meter. You will need to convert. Maybe they give you the extension is 10 cm, you have to convert it and you get it in meter, and it makes the solving very simple for you. Are we together? So unit conversion is very simple. So let us try more examples so that we can abreast ourselves more with this. Okay. Example 2. Now we're going to look at convert, let me say 100 kilogram to gram. 100 kilogram to gram. So the only thing you need to do as well is to remember the values of your unit prefixes. So we have 100 kilogram is equal to 100 times kilo times gram, G. Okay, now what is kilo? Kilo is what? 1000. So I just put it as 1000, then times G. Multiply all of this will give me 100,000. And let me give it in okay, let me write it 100,000. All right, so this is 100,000 what? Gram, which we can write as 10 raised to the power of 5 gram. Are we together now? So 100 kilogram is equivalent to 10 raised to the power of 5 gram. All right, now we just did an example on how to convert from kilogram to gram, but most times the examiners will actually want you to convert from gram to kilogram because the SI unit of mass is kilogram, and so they're going to take an example of such. So what if you are asked to convert from let's say convert 10 gram to kilogram? Yeah, convert 10 gram to kilogram. What are you going to do? All right, so we're still going to use our unit prefixes, okay, but then we're going to also use proportion. You know that in this was in primary school in mathematics, if it takes 4 men 5 hours to clear you understand, clear a plot of land, how long? So that's proportion. So we're going to be using that. Are we together now? So to solve this problem, we are going to write that 10 gram to convert it to kilogram. We're going to use the unit prefix. I'll first of all try to get what 1 kilo, how many grams are in 1 kilogram. So I'll just write 1 kilogram is equal to how many grams? We know that 1 kilogram means 1 times kilo times gram. All right, and from the unit prefixes you have learned that this 1 times kilo is what? 1000, then times gram. That will give us, everything will give us what? 1000 what? Gram. So it therefore means that 1 kilogram is equivalent to what? 1000 what? Gram. So now I'm going to set out a proportion that if 1000 gram is equivalent to 1 kilogram, then what will 10 gram be? So that's how we're going to do it now. So I'm going to say 1000 gram. Why am I bringing 1000 gram first? Because they gave me gram. So I'm going to write if 1000 what gram is equivalent to what? 1 what? Kilogram, then 10 gram will be what? I'll call it x. Then I'm going to do x times 1, will give me what? 1000 what? X is equal to 10 times 1 is what? 10. And so I will solve this by dividing both sides by 1000, and I'm ready to get my answer. So x is what? So we have this to be 1 over 100, and therefore x is equal to 1 over 100 is 0.01, and that is in what? In kilogram. It therefore means that what? 10 gram is equal to 0.01 kilogram. So you don't need to have any phobia for converting units. All right, so example 4. Yeah, example 4. Convert 2 hours to seconds. To what? Seconds. Convert 2 hours to seconds. So this is for time. So we're going to remember our units of time. I'm going to say solution 60 what? Seconds make what? 1 minute, and then 60 minutes make what? 1 hour. Are we together now? So what I'm going to do now, since I'm talking about hour to seconds, I'm going to find a way to relate seconds to hour, and the only way to do that is that I'm going to pick this. I'm going to write that 60 minutes is equivalent to what? 1 hour. Are we together now? 60 minutes is equivalent to 1 hour. And so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to write this as what? 60 times 1 minute. Yes, 60 times 1 minute. 60 minutes is the same thing as what? 60 times 1 minute. Because 60 times 1 minute gives us 60 minutes. But then what is the value of 1 minute? You can see here that 1 minute is equal to what? 60 seconds. So I'll substitute for 1 minute with what? 60 seconds to give me 60 times what? 60 seconds. Because that's 1 minute. I have it in what? In 1 hour. So I've succeeded connecting hour to seconds. Are we together now? So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to multiply this. 6 times 6 is what? 36. I kept the 2 zeros. I'll put them back. That is seconds to give me what? 1 hour. Are we together now? So it means that 1 hour is equivalent to what? 3600 what? Seconds. But we are looking for 2 hours. How many seconds there are in 2 hours? There are 3600 seconds in 1 hour. So how many seconds will there be in what? 2 hours. So if 1 hour is equivalent to this, we write that what? 2 hours now will be what? Will be x. We'll also cross multiply. X times 1 is what? X is equal to 2 times 36. Now 2 times keep the 2 zeros. 2 times 6 is 12. You write 2 and carry 1. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 7. Then I add the 2 zeros at the back. So 2 times 3600 is 7200, and that's seconds as well. So it means that we have what? We have 7200 seconds in what? In 2 hours. And that answers the question. However, what if you are asked to convert from minutes to seconds? Let's say convert 10 minutes to seconds. What would you do? 10 minutes to what? Seconds. So what will you do here? Now we are also going to bring this unit prefix. So we're going to use that word 60 what? Seconds make what? 1 minute. Are we together now? But I'm giving minutes, so I have to rewrite this to have what I'm giving on the left. So that will, if 1 minute gives us 60 seconds, then 10 minutes will give us what? X times 1 is what? X. 10 times 60 is equal to what? 600. So there are 600 seconds in 10 minutes, and that makes it simple. All right. So far we have been doing the unit conversion for fundamental quantities. Now we are going to try for derived quantities. And so we're going to look at convert 10 kilometer per hour to meter per seconds. All right. 10 kilometer per hour to meter per second. Solution. Still remembering our unit prefixes, we're going to apply that. We're going to write that 10 kilometer per hour. You know, we can write this as what? 10 kilometer all over what? Hour. You know, because this permits division. And so remember, we're going to use our unit prefixes. 10 times kilo times meter over, this is actually what? 1 hour. So that's equal to 10 times kilo is what? 1000, and then meter over 1 hour. We just got that 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So everything that is in meter per second. So let's simplify this to give us 10,000, right? Meter over what? Oh, so 3600 seconds. So this is what? 3600 what? Seconds. So let's start simplifying this. So this will give us what? 100 over what? 36 meter per seconds. So you have succeeded in converting 10 kilometer per hour to meter per second. So we can simplify this more further. All right, 4 can go into both the numerator and the denominator. 4 into 100 will give us 25, and 4 into 36 will give us 9. So this is 25 over 9 meter per second. And if you do 5 over 9, it will give you 2.78 meter per second approximately. Therefore, 10 watts kilometer per hour is equal to 2.78 meter per second. And you can see how using unit prefixes makes unit conversion easy to do. Are we together now? And so if you are finding difficult in unit conversions and you have someone that is finding difficult to solve problems in physics, the person problem may not be that he does not know the formula to use. It may be that the person does not know how to convert from one unit to another. And so I would like you to please share this video to whomever that you think this video will be useful to. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do well to do so, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that anytime we post any video, you'll be notified. Are we together now? All right, so thank you so much for coming again to see us. We'll be dropping more videos. Some of you asked me to drop video on Lightwave or Waves. I'm going to be doing that in a short while. For now, I remain Map Genius. Bye, till we see you again.